Hi guys, again, this is Ray Ocampo. Okay, so we have a new series of topics I called How and Why. So dealing with alternatives. So on this series, our first topic is NSF check redeposited. So in proof of cash problems. Okay, so medyo maraming nagtatanong dito at nalilito, ano bang treatment dyan? So, saan bang adjustment? Sa dapat, sa bank ba or sa book? Okay, so ito yung common na problem. Okay, so let's say given ito in a proof of cash problem. So, customers check deposited, let's say December 10. Returned by bank December 16. Tapos mark NSF. Okay, or no sufficient fund or Philippine banking term, DAIF, drawn against insufficient fund. Redeposited immediately. No entry made on books for return or redeposit. So let's say the amount is 10,000. Okay, so where to adjust? Yan. So saan ba yan? Bank ba or books? So let's analyze. Okay, so here's the bank portion and the book portion. Okay, so in a proof of cash, there are 4 columns. Beginning, receipts, disbursements, ending. Okay, so 1 for bank, 1 for books. Kaya minsan tawag sa proof of cash, 4-column bank reconciliation. So 1 for bank, 1 for books. Now, originally, okay, the transaction is collection. So dito nag-originate yan sa books. So collection yan originally. And what's the entry? Reviewin nga natin. So debit to record a collection, cash, particularly in bank. So 10,000. Credit, accounts, receivable. So in the books, papasok yan as what? Receipts. So tanggalin na natin yung 3 zeros for convenience. Then automatic, increase in ending. Now, let's say hindi pa siya na-deposit. So, kung hindi pa siya na-deposit, yan yung common bank reconciling item. Deposit in transit. So, kung hindi pa siya na-deposit, saan ang adjustment? Okay, add to receipts, add to ending, bank. Kung hindi pa siya na-deposit. So, kaya lang ito, na-deposit na eh. So, this one. Pumasok na yan sa bank as receipts and ending. So at this point, wala tayong difference. Equal yung bank and books. Okay? So kaya lang what happened? Yan palang nakolekta na yan na cheque, NSF. So anong ginawa ng bangko? Ibinalik. Okay? So may tatak na, NSF. So anong ginawa ng bank? Pinawasan yung account ng company. So nandito yan sa disbursements. Then deduct from ending. Okay? In most cases, hindi na yan nare-redeposit. Kaya kung hindi siya nare-deposit, saan ang adjustment? Books. Okay? At ano magiging adjusting entry? Okay? To record the return. Debit, AR. Accounts receivable. Credit, cash in bank. So kung hindi siya nare-deposit, which is the usual case, add natin yan to book disbursement. Then deduct from ending. Kung hindi siya na-redeposit. So, kaya lang, in this case, na-redeposit siya. Okay? And on redeposit, papasok ulit yun sa bangko just like the original deposit. So, add to receipts and ending. Then, as mentioned in the problem earlier, nung ibalik daw yan at i-redeposit, walang ginawang entry sa books. So, kaya ito yung situation ngayon. Okay? So, no entry on return and redeposit. So, that's the situation. Okay. So, notice, wala tayong problem on beginning. Okay? Actually, wala din tayong problem on ending. Kasi 10 minus 10, offset ito. So, maiwan dyan yung 10. So, the same. Kaya nga actually, kung yan ay normal Okay, kung yan ay normal na bank recon lang, let's say bank recon as of okay, this date at the end of the period, then not a recon item. Kasi equal yung bank and books. Kung pag-uusapan lang ay balance, ending. So wala ding problema kung beginning. Kaya nga actually, okay, kung yan ay single date bank reconciliation, so reconciliation let's say at December 31 of the current year, so hindi na siya recon item kasi equal lang yung bank and books. Kaya lang ito kasing proof of cash, expanded bank recon yan. Aside from the balances, nire-reconcile din yung transactions, yung receipts and disbursements. And clearly, hindi equal yung receipts and disbursements per bank and books. Kasi ni-record sa bank yung return and redeposit. Tapos hindi siya ni-record sa books. So ito ngayon ang problem. Where to adjust? Bank or books? So yun yung actually yung problem. Okay? So actually, you have two options. Okay? Either sa bank yan or books. So option 1 option 1. Included in bank as disbursement and receipt. Not included in books. So option 1, deduct natin yan. Deduct from receipts, deduct from disbursements bank. Okay? So using this option, offset, what will remain? The original deposit. So equal na yan. Okay? So that's one. Option number 2, this one. Included in bank, not in books. So ang gagawin natin, add to receipts. Add to disbursements books. So plus 10, so equal yan. Okay? So notice, either deduct from bank, option 1, or add to books, option 2, the same yan. Okay, reconcile. And don't forget the purpose of bank recon. That is to explain why is the bank different from the books. So either way, whether we deduct from the bank or we add to books, reconcile. So ma-explain natin bakit magkaiba yung bank sa books. Okay? So what does it mean? Either is acceptable. Okay? So either you do option 1 or you do option 2. Kaya lang, dahil parehong acceptable yan, it is a matter of preference. Of course, walang issue kung yan ay straight problem. Kasi either way, dapat tama ka dyan. Kasi na-reconcile mo yan Ang problema, pag yung exam, multiple choice. Pag yung exam, multiple choice, of course, iba ang answer pag dinidak mo yan sa bank. Iba din yung answer pag in-add mo yan sa books. Tapos ang question, adjusted receipts and disbursements. So again, dahil either is acceptable, matter of preference. So ano bang preference natin dyan? So tingnan mo yung difference pag ang tanong, adjusted receipts. Pag ang tanong, adjusted receipts, okay, option 1, anong answer natin? Dahil mag-offset ito, ang sagot yung original lang, 10. Pag ang ginamit naman natin, option 2, dahil magpa-plus 10 ka rito, ang sagot 20. Ang tanong, magkano bang receipts? 10 or 20? Diba? 10 only? So, although acceptable, this option tends to overstate the receipts and disbursements. Actually, na-double count yung deposit. Kaya, although acceptable, okay, itong option 2. Option 1 is preferable. Okay? So, kaya preferred, option 1. Alternative, option 2. So, again, either is acceptable. It's just a matter of preference. Okay? So, kung gusto mong ipakita yung adjusted receipts and disbursements, then preferred approach, option 1. Okay? Alternative, option 2. Okay? So, again, either is acceptable. It's just a matter of preference. Okay, so that's it. So how and why treatment of NSF check redeposited in proof of cash. Okay, so again, if you learned something from this video, don't forget to subscribe. Okay? So, thank you. Bye-bye.